Music. But before I get started, I'm Steve Stone, Superintendent for Caldwell County Schools. Thank you. And I do want to tell you that for those of you in Caldwell County, if you haven't already gotten the text or the message, we do have a 3-hour delay tomorrow, so sleep in. Because in Caldwell County, we believe that if the children should not be on the roads, neither should our staff. So sleep in and enjoy. I do want to talk a little bit about what is great about North Carolina Public Schools. And it really depends on who you talk to. Because if you talk to the 1.5 million students who attend our schools every day, they're going to list things like technology, sports, extracurricular. But on that list is going to be a caring teacher. It's going to be someone who takes them to the next level. So for them, what's great about North Carolina Public Schools is its teachers. If you ask parents what's great about North Carolina Public Schools, they will talk about feeling safe sending their children to our schools. They'll talk about the academic rigor. They'll talk about the opportunities that you provide them, the guidance you give them, and the arms you put around them when they need that special help. So what our parents will say are great about North Carolina Public Schools are you, our educators. If you ask our business leaders, our community leaders, and others, what's great about North Carolina Public Schools, they'll say it is you as well. Because they'll talk about the opportunities that you provide kids. They'll talk about the civic lessons you give them, the role models that you provide for our kids. So to our business community, and do not believe what our politicians tell you about the business community abandoning public education, because they have not and they do not. And in Caldwell County, you can ask almost any business person. They believe in a strong public education because they want the best coming to them, and they see the short-sightedness of tax increases or tax decreases or whatever that our General Assembly wants to push upon us to be business friendly. Our business community supports its public schools, and they will tell you that the reason they do that is because of the great relationships that you're building on in the classroom. Now, if you ask yourself what's great about public schools, you're going to name that teacher down the hall. You're going to name that teacher who helped you become a teacher, and you will name those opportunities you've been given in the public schools of North Carolina. I dare say that most of us are most extremely proud of the fact that we are products of the public schools of North Carolina. I am. And I give every credit I have, everything that I have accomplished or helped to accomplish, to a high school teacher, to an elementary teacher, to a middle school teacher. Because public education is truly American. It is truly the chance for all of us to be created equally. It is a chance for us to pull ourselves out from the poor farm boy in Person County who grew up on a farm, who only wanted to get away from the farm, but a classroom teacher told me that this is an opportunity to touch the future. So to me, what's great about the public schools of North Carolina is what you do, the miracles you do every day in that classroom. When you touch a child's life, when you give that child hope, or when you break that cycle of destruction that they're in, you are what's great about the public schools of North Carolina. But now if you ask our General Assembly members, and I had a chance last week, Thursday, to hear one of our General Assembly members, when you ask them what's great about public education, they draw a blank. They will tell you falsely that public schools are failing. They will tell you that... Thank you. You need to go with me to a board meeting. I like you. They will tell you that there is nothing good about public schools, and their solution is to privatize, to demoralize public employees, public school teachers. And that's their agenda. I will tell you that our very own Senator Suchek, Thursday night, let me find the quote he gave us. When we were asked about the... He talked about it. He apologized for what the General Assembly was doing. He gave great examples of research and this and that and the other. But the bottom line was when he said to us in that group that he understood, I'll have to paraphrase it because I can't find it, but he understood that he had put us under the thumb and that education was second rate in the state of North Carolina. He did. He said that, and he said that to us in the audience. And he had an unfriendly audience because the people there understood what we were being fed. Here's what he said. He said, and he quotes, "We understand that we stole a little bit of your soul." They didn't just steal a little bit of your soul. They reached in and grabbed it and crushed it. And that's what the General Assembly has done. But finally, so if you ask them, because I know my time, the music's going to start on me, but this is what the General Assembly has done to our public schools, and this is why, as public educators, we need to be extremely proud no matter what they say. When they tell us that only 25% of our teachers deserve this raise, that is an insult to the 100% of our teachers who deserve it. And it's just a cop-out, so they won't have to pay all the hard-working teachers in this state. They have reduced class size. They've given you more students. They have done away with teacher assistants. In every opportunity they have taken to demoralize the profession that you and I love, and the profession that is going to be the best answer for the state of North Carolina. Yep. You can begin to look at the ways in which they've demoralized us. It is a profession that is an honorable profession. What you do every day is something that is unique and special. It is not a job, it's a calling, it's an opportunity. And for our General Assembly members to blindly say, you're just another thing in the budget, the largest piece of our budget, for them to say that without stepping foot in one of our classrooms, and I dare say that very rarely have we seen them in our classrooms, even when we invite them, is an insult to you. It is an insult to the field of public education, but more importantly, it's an insult to the 1.5 million children who are looking up to you every day for that guidance. So when you ask me what's great about the public schools of North Carolina, it's you and the classroom teachers, and it's our community who supports us, because we cannot give up on public education. Public education is our only hope for the future. So our message to the General Assembly is simple. You cannot give up on public education. You must fund public education, because we are talking about the future of this great state. That future is sitting in your desk right now, and if we don't do something as a state, we will not only be 48th in teacher pay, but we'll be the 50th in the nation of where people want to live and to work. So keep up the good work.